Boy, I got to tell you guys, as a black man, black people are very, very gullible. Joe Biden, that's who we're going to be talking about here in this video. Tomorrow is MLK Day, and Beijing Biden showed up to Ebenezer Baptist Church today, and he actually spoke to the congregation. And in typical Joe Biden fashion, Beijing Biden lied. He even repeated a whole bunch of lies. Now, obviously, he can probably get away with this in the black church because black people, for some reason, still vote Democrat, like at a 90% clip. Actually, it did drop a little bit in the midterms. This man has been a career disaster, a career liar. Joe Biden actually lied about him graduating like top of his class at law school, 3 degrees. He got busted for that when he was actually trying to run for president in the 1980s. I don't know why the media really doesn't call Joe Biden on his lies. He's probably the biggest liar in political history here in this country. But black people just go out there and praise Joe Biden. They complain about black people being locked up when he is the architect of locking up black people, 1994 crime bill. He wrote that. That was his bill. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. This is embarrassing. Why is it that they brought Joe Biden into this church? Why? Probably because he can just get away and say anything that he wants, and there would be no backlash. Nobody would actually call him out on his BS. Here we go on to Post Millennial. Biden falsely claims he fought apartheid, was in civil rights movement, in gaffe-filled MLK speech. Now, right there off top, this man did not fight apartheid. The man actually said, he's arrested going to see Nelson Mandela. That was a lie. The man was a pro-segregationist. This man sung the praises of George Wallace, who was a racist segregationist. Robert Byrd was a Klansman. That was Beijing Biden's mentor. But I guess, just give Joe Biden a pass. Why? Because he's a Democrat. When George Wallace was a Democrat, Robert Byrd was also a Democrat. Let's read this, guys. On Sunday, Beijing Biden gave his speech at the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where he repeated false claims about his supposed involvement in the civil rights movement and protesting apartheid in South Africa. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. I don't even need to read that. Let's play this clip right here of Beijing Biden talking about the heroes in his life. Let's roll it.
I stand here inspired by the preacher who is one of my only political heroes. I've been saying, and Andy's heard me say it for years, I have 2 political heroes my entire life. When I started off as a 22-year-old kid in the East Side in the Civil Rights Movement and got elected to the United States Senate when I was 29. I wasn't old enough to take office. And I had 2 heroes. Bobby Kennedy. I admired John Kennedy, but I could never picture him at my kitchen table. But I could Bobby. And no malarkey, Dr. King. Dr. King.
Okay. Now, what my question is also, why are these people actually all wearing masks? They're all wearing the black mask right there. That probably tells a whole lot also. It says here, Biden has made several references to being involved in the civil rights movement. A claim CNN reports is false. In 2021, he specifically said at a press conference that he was arrested at a civil rights event in his youth, but there was no evidence of any such occurrence. Beijing Biden repeated the claim in January of 2022 during a speech in Atlanta, and left-leaning PolitiFact rated the comments as false. Quote, I took on apartheid in South Africa and a whole lot else, Biden later claimed in the speech. And right here, this man is supposed to be in a house of God right here, and he's repeating this line. Let's play it.
They didn't want to see him coming.
Let me repeat that again.
Andy and I took on apartheid in South Africa and a whole lot else. They didn't want to see him coming.
That's a lie. That is a lie. In 2020, as Insider reports, Biden repeated a story for weeks that he was arrested in South Africa while trying to meet with Nelson Mandela. He later admitted the story was not true, but yet he said it again today in a church. Now, this is another big whopper right here, folks. During the speech, Biden also said, I may be a practicing Catholic, but I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church, not a joke. This is a lie also.
And let's say one thing to rest. I may be a practicing Catholic. I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church. Not a joke. Andy knows this.
That's a lie. As the New York Post reports, no members of Biden's local Delaware black church have any memory or record of Beijing Biden ever attending their congregation. Of course not, because it never happened. It never happened. This man is a liar. In his gap-filled speech, Biden also said to an unknown attendee during a non-sequitur, what's your name, honey? It's good to see you. Maybe I can have a picture with you before I leave, okay? He actually said that? What?
And so many young people are going to do so much more than we were able to do. What's your name, honey? It's good to see you. Maybe I can have a picture with you before I leave, okay? Is that all right?
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Was that a young girl? You guys know that Beijing Biden loves to actually sniff young girls. Biden also tried to reference Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson and said, quote, hearing these words, and I quote, it took just one generation of segregation to the Supreme Court of the United States, end of quote. Those are the words of Ketanji Brown. He actually said that. Let's just play it.
And hearing these words, and I quote, it took just one generation from segregation to the Supreme Court of the United States, end of quote. Those are the words of Ketanji Brown Jackson, our Supreme Court Justice.
Oh, my God.
Took just one generation from segregation to the Supreme Court of the United States. As I told folks at the time, she's smarter than you are.
She doesn't even know what a woman is. The woman has no clue what a woman is. Now, Beijing Biden has a long history of lying here. And this is from PolitiFact right here. And this actually lists false fact checks on Joe Biden right here. Joe Biden has said a bunch of things, and there's a bunch right here. One thing this man said, the price of gas is down from over $5 when I took office. That was a lie. The gas is like $2.28, $2.30 when he actually came into office. Let's see some of this other stuff here. Let's see here. Let's find a good one right here. Oh, right here. When it comes to the jab, when Beijing Biden took office, there was no vaccine available. That was from May of last year. That was a lie. The jab was actually out when Trump was in office. Oh, God. Let's see what else. I've been in and out of Iraq and Afghanistan over 40 times. No. As a youth, I got arrested protesting for civil rights. Oh, my God. I've been against that war in Afghanistan from the very beginning. We know that's a lie. We know that is a lie. What else? Al Qaeda is gone from Afghanistan. That's not true. The cost of an automobile is kind of back to where it was before the pandemic. What? Oh, my God. Let's see here. For vaccine rates among Americans 65 and older, there's virtually no difference between white, black, Hispanic, Asian American. Now, we know that's not true. We know that's not true. Man, I can go on and on. Biden is a liar, man. This man is a complete liar right here. And this man told so many whoppers in Ebenezer Baptist Church where Martin Luther King used to preach. But people just standing up and clapping, you know, someone with their mask on. I noticed something also that in the clips I was showing you, some of them actually had masks on sometime, then they didn't. I don't know what was going on. I just don't know. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.